This YouTube thing is weird. Sometimes being a professional, this is different, but I like it. That is such a magical, amazing feeling. It seems like so obvious. Do you want to be a professional filmmaker? Do you really want to be a professional photographer? Well, hello there, how are you? I realize right when I hit record, it's like, dude, you should have looked in the mirror. I don't look at my reflection as much as I used to, you know? I'm getting less and less vain as I get older, and it's like diminishing returns. And do I really need to look at myself? Are there any like eyebrows or beard hairs or like, you know, it's not like I have to brush my hair or anything. Anyways, I'm hoping that I'm presentable. Welcome to Adventure in Art. My name is Ben Staley, your resident talking head. This is a rant. I'm kind of have got into this rhythm. I'm trying to get into a rhythm of regular video, rant video, regular video, rant video, back and forth. And like the regular videos are like faces and places, portraits, walk around videos, digital and film, rants. That's what you get here. Faces, places, film, digital, rants. Staying, you know, true to my last rant video, stay in your lane. I guess I'm just, you know, that's the lane that I'm in. That's the lanes I'm in. Occasional filmmaking lane here. Anyways, whatever. I got some stuff in my mind. I've had this particular rant on my mind for quite a while. I've been thinking about it, and I'm kind of gonna compress a couple ideas into here, but I really like the comments that you guys left on the last rant and the last couple, and some of you guys write really long comments and you have really, really good thoughts about things, and so I'm kind of liking this throwing out topics and hearing how it reverberates with y'all diehards that watch these and actually take the time to write down your thoughts, because it's valuable to me, and I don't always reply a lot back, but some of this stuff I really think about it for a while, and I continue to think about it, and I go back and I'll read them again, and it's valuable to me. And I hope that these rants are valuable to you. I just got back last night. We went kind of a little family trip down to the beach for like a week. And, you know, it's like people always go, well, what do you do for fun, like in your time off, Ben? And it's like, I do the same fucking thing that I do for work almost. I mean, kind of parallel things. I walk around with a camera. I take pictures. That's what I do. I'm obsessed. I'm a little bit obsessed. I wrote this down. Actually, I was going to put this in a different rant, but since it just came up, I don't really script this stuff. It's a rant, you guys. This is what I wrote yesterday or the day before. Photography is about obsession for me. I feel like with most things, if you want to be good, you gotta be a little bit obsessed. I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm definitely obsessed. Sometimes I get these ideas and I just dictate them into my phone so I can have them for later. Anyways, we went to the beach. I was getting up at 5 a.m. and hiking around before the sun came up and like having so much fun. And this is a vacation. And you think I want to sleep in and stuff. No, I was like, I got to get up. I got to be out there. It's going to be light soon. I got to beat the light. That little kind of like that magic time before the sun comes up and like between total darkness and even just like the 15, 20 minutes before the sun is almost to peek through. But there's this zone in there that's just amazing, and especially in a beach environment, and there's just these sodium lights everywhere, and there's these kind of strange denizens walking around. You're gonna see some of that in a future video, and I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really excited about stuff that's coming. Okay, now I've been around for 4.5 minutes. I'll cut out the pauses. Maybe it'll be less than that. In the morning, my routine is I wake up and I make some coffee. Usually I sip a little bit of coffee, and then I stretch. And while I'm stretching for about a half an hour, I listen to a podcast. And one of the podcasts that I usually listen to, almost every episode comes out weekly, like on Tuesdays, is Tetragrammaton from Rick Rubin. It's cool that Rick has become, later in life, he's become more of a public figure. Like he's doing podcasts and he's out there and you can see him on other people's podcasts and see video of him. And I talked about his book like a couple years ago on the channel when it first came out, because it was really impactful to me. And Rick's someone that has been on my radar for a couple decades, just because I would always hear about him, you know, and I would read about these bands that I liked, and a lot of times his name would come up, and occasionally you'd see him like in a Jay-Z music video. I'm not a big fan of Jay-Z, but he's in like I saw him in one of Jay-Z's videos, or, talking about Johnny Cash and Hurt and stuff. Anyways, this Tetragrammaton is such a great podcast, and he doesn't always talk about music. He has like business people and different kinds of artists and talking about AI, and he's had doctors on there, and like it's really just runs a wide gamut. And he's got this really easy going interview style. I just really like it, and I like the questions he asks, and I like the paths that it goes down. It's like my favorite podcast. Duh. It's probably really popular. You've probably heard it. Anyways, a month or so ago or a while back, he had Andre 5000 on there. Pardon me, I got this tickle in my throat. Andre is the guy from Outkast. Hey Ya, that song that was like huge. I'm not like a big Outkast fan. That song is awesome though. And that dude, I remember seeing the music video. The dude is like, you hear that song and you're just like, it's like ridiculous. A song like that is like something that existed since before time. And then it just like came out of this certain person at this certain time. Like really good songs are that way. Like they just seem like that always existed. Someone just needed to like just put it down, or it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to think something like that is created. And it seems like so obvious. Anyways, so Andre 5000, I don't even know, I can't remember if that's even his real, I don't think that's his real name, but I don't think Outkast is really together. He was talking about how a few years ago or a while back, he became obsessed with flutes. Now, flutes are not really a hip hop instrument, and it's just totally different. And he's got like hundreds, maybe thousands of flutes, and it's a whole thing. But one thing that he said was, he's like, that time when he picked it up, it wasn't his job. It wasn't his identity. It wasn't anything that in the vein of what he was doing. So he just played. He just had that experimenting, that learning, that playing where everything, you're like, oh, discovery. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. That is such a magical, amazing feeling, you guys. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I guess you'll know by now. One thing I jotted down was the curse of the professional, because the other video I wanted to make for a while was like, what's the difference between a pro and an amateur? A professional has to deliver, and usually they have a certain flavor that they deliver. And so if you're a professional musician, if you're Outkast, you're a fan of Outkast, you kind of want Outkast music, right? If you're a fan of Slayer, you kind of want Slayer music. If you're a fan of Taylor Swift, well, you want Taylor Swift music. This dude is like, picks up the flute and he's just like, this is different, but I like it. And he just starts playing. And he gets obsessed. The thing about being an amateur that's cool is no one's expecting anything from you. You don't have to deliver. You can just play. Whereas if you're a pro, some people become a professional photographer. Maybe they're doing weddings, right? Maybe they're an event photographer. Well, it's like kind of looks like this. People hire them because it looks like that. That's the kind of work they do. That's what you sell yourself on, and you can deliver that no matter what it takes. That's hard. You don't have a lot of room a lot of times as a professional to color outside the lines and do what you want. It's kind of why I like making these YouTube videos so much, because in my professional career, doing stuff for Nat Geo and Discovery Channel and Netflix and things, usually there's a format to a show. And while it's creative and it's loose and you improvise and you adapt and you're figuring things out in the moment, it's got to be delivered under these specifications like this. There's just a lot of you can't do. There's a lot of lines you can't color outside of. You've got to deliver for the format that you're creating, that the executives have deemed is what it's going to be, or maybe the show has been on for a long time and this is proven, this is the format, this is how we do it, these are sort of the moments we've got to hit, whatever. Maybe that's why my YouTube channel is all over the place, because I can do whatever the I want, and I really like that. I can play, I can experiment, and I've been at this for 5 years and I still feel very experimental with what I'm doing, and I like that, and I hope I don't ever lose that. I don't think that I will. It's the cool thing about YouTube. So many people are trying to validate themselves as professional. And look, I could actually rant about this for a long time, and I'm going to try and touch on all these things and let's discuss it. But do you want to be a professional? Do you want to be a professional filmmaker? Do you really want to be a professional photographer? Do you need to? I see in social media, a lot of people are like, professional photographer, published photographer, as if that's sort of like, oh, now you're made, you're validated, you've been published in a magazine or something, or an online magazine. I don't know what that means to get published. I've been in magazines. I've been in big magazines. But does it matter? If the thing that you love becomes a job, are you still gonna love it? I love what I do for a living, most of it. There's a lot of stuff that sucks, and I'm gonna talk about that in an upcoming rant, you better believe it. But what I do for fun is parallel to what I do for a living. Pictures, films, I'm still making stuff all the time, but I can play, I can do whatever the I want, and I like that. I feel like I'm swearing too much in these rants. Maybe I should dial back the swearing. It's like the last rant, I sweared a whole bunch at the beginning. Lost a whole bunch of subscribers, like right off the bat. It's so funny when, see, here I am, tangent, squirrel. This YouTube thing is weird. Like right off when a video goes up, no matter what it is, I lose a bunch of subscribers. And then after it's been out like half a day or a day, I start gaining subscribers again. It's like these initial people are like, this isn't what I signed up for. I guess it's because I'm like all over the place. And so I think that must be what happens doesn't matter what it is. If it's a cool portrait video, if it's this, the rants, I lose a lot initially. People are like, I didn't sign up for this. But then I get back into the plus. It's just interesting. I can track it. Anyways, sometimes being a professional is a curse because you have to color inside the lines. You have to deliver at a certain quality level to certain specs. If you're an amateur, you can just play. You can be free. You can experiment. You can do whatever you want. And this is what I did at the beach for like 5 days, getting up in the 5 in the morning and hiking around these deserted boardwalks and piers at the beach. It was amazing. Now, and I've talked about this before, this is where like this is all great here, and there's so much to unpack and discuss and figure. And we're back. That was kind of wild. I think my camera just ran out of batteries mid-rant. That is a sign from the universe, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm talking too much. But let's just go on, just let me finish up. Let me try and wrap this up in a little bow. Even with your play work, your personal work, and I've said this before, treat it like it's a job. Be a professional. A professional delivers. So go out, have a project, shoot whatever the hell you want, play, slow shutter, out of focus, be crazy, be weird, set yourself a deadline and deliver it and finish the work. I find this very valuable. Give yourself a deadline, treat yourself like your own client, but play. Play in your personal time, with your personal work. This is where you learn. This is where you grow. The things that I do in my own time, I take to my professional work. I take to everything I do, and I expand and I grow exponentially. So be a professional, but play. Find that space. Then if you are a pro, and you go and you have jobs and you're sort of limited, you have to color inside the lines, you've got to deliver certain specs. If you've played a lot, you know places you can push it, you have other tools in your arsenal, you are a fuller, better, more valuable artist. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Does that make sense? This stuff just kind of comes out. Sometimes I can't even remember where I started, so I'm not sure. I appreciate you diehards that watch the rants. Thanks for the comments. Leave me more comments. We're going to have some more adventures pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.